Welcome to Decode the Culture, a series where we break down the moments, the people, and the conversations that shape how we think. This is episode 1. Today's episode is sponsored by the Stain Buster. And honestly, it makes sense. Because just like we're here to decode the culture, sometimes you got to clean things up too. Stains, spills, whatever it is, the Stain Buster will handle it. Simple, effective, no stress. You can visit them at thestainbuster.com or call 484-983-4280 and use code CPW. That's a word from our sponsor. Hey y'all, let me be honest. I did not get it at first, like at all. I was looking at him. Who is this man talking to people like this? But then something happened. I kept watching. And what I realized, this wasn't random. This was intentional. So yeah, we got to talk about it. Because this episode, get ready. Are you ready? You ready? It's about Kevin Samuels. You heard me. That's right. The Kevin Samuels. Before you decide how you feel about him, you need to understand what he actually built. Because this wasn't just a man on social media talking. This was influence. This was strategy. And whether people want to admit it or not, this was culture shifting in real time. Kevin Samuels was an image consultant turned content creator who built a massive platform through having direct, often controversial conversations about dating. Yeah, we all seen it. Relationships and standards, particularly within the Black community. But what made him different wasn't just what he said. It was how he said it. He tapped into something a lot of people were already feeling, but didn't have language for. Frustration, expectation, gender roles, value, and the tension between modern independence and traditional desire. He amplified them. He made them entertaining. For a lot of people, especially men, Kevin Samuel felt like accountability. He said what they felt, but couldn't say out loud. To them, he was honest, direct, and unfiltered. But for others, get ready. He represented something completely different. You hear me? Harshness, disrespect, and at times, humiliation, especially towards Black women. And that's where the divide really lives. Because the same thing that built his audience is the same thing that pushed people away. But here's what makes this bigger than Kevin Samuels. He didn't just go viral because of what he said. He went viral because of how people reacted. The clips, the debates, the reposts, and of course, the outrage. We live in a culture where reaction is currency, y'all. And Kevin Samuels understood that, whether intentionally or instinctively. This moment says a lot about where we are right now. People are searching for answers, but they're also searching for validation. And sometimes the loudest voice becomes the authority, not because it's right, but because it's consistent, confident, and visible. So whether you agree with him or not, Kevin Samuels wasn't just a personality. He was a mirror reflecting what people believe, what they expect, and what they're willing to accept. Now, before we go any further, let me say this. I didn't just watch Kevin Samuels. I actually polled over 50 men who were actively engaged with his content at the time. So this isn't just about him. This is about the culture, and we're going to keep decoding it. And let me say this, because I know how people feel about him. I didn't agree with everything he said. Let's be clear. But I also saw with something a lot of people didn't want to admit. Listen, y'all. Now dig, if you will, the picture. When I first heard this bull, Kevin Samuels, I was shocked, taken back, and immediately said, yikes, damn. He was in your face, abrasive, 1-2 punch. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Who is he? I started watching clips, interviews, his lives. He's a phenomenal dresser, by the way. You know what I'm saying? After a while, I couldn't believe these women were still calling in, asking him questions about their lives, their weight, their standards. How do I find a man? And his whole approach was flipping it back on them, questioning their credentials. What you bring to the table to attract that kind of said man you want. I understand what he did and why he did that. Those were crucial questions that needed to be asked, almost like a dating show, a game show even. For some people, it felt like accountability. For others, it felt like disrespect. This is Child Please What? And we are decoding the culture. If you're rocking with the content, like, subscribe, and share. We are on all social medias at Child Please What? And on Instagram, child.please.what. Thank you for tuning in and get ready because episode 2 is on the way.